Yes.
Other than that, I'll not bother with video games, but I've been doing a lot of reading, and
Right.
it's because I got one of those fucking coffee table books, the 1001 books you
Yeah.
have to read before you die. I was on holiday in Donegal at one point, and my uncle's house, and he had a version of that book, and the place doesn't have Wi-Fi or anything, so I was kind of bored, and I fucking started flicking through it. I got everybody in the family to like count up how many they had read, and I was on it was something like 30 or 40 something. It wasn't very low. Out of 1001, it was very low, but it was also pretty good in our household, but it was very low
Yeah.
in general. And I just kind of went through it, and I was like, I should just I kind of think I should probably read a little more than I do. Maybe when I get back from this holiday, get it. I even looked at the bookshelf, and there was a book on there that was on the list. And I was like, okay, I'll spend this holiday. I'll read this book.
Was
while I'm here.
was American Psycho on the list?
It's on there. It's on there. Yep.
Good to know.
Yeah. That's what you're like scribble down one. uh, and that book was Portrait of the Artist as a
As a
young
young
man.
man. Yeah,
by-
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
by
good.
what's his face, Dublin dude. I can't even remember his name right now. Ulysses by James Joyce. Yeah,
James Joyce, yeah.
which is not easy to recommend, but certainly
Really? I
it
thought
was a
it's-
good read. It's one of those challenging books, I would say. Not
Not as much as
necessarily
Ulysses.
to me, but and certainly not next to his other fucking work. But it's one of those books that's kind of just it's got that modernist style of not exactly always abstracting where you are when you're reading it, and swapping between times, places, and characters as you go without any sort of seeming transition. And I think that's an obvious no-go for a lot of readers who just don't want to have to deal with that shit. Plus the story is while it was good from my perspective, because it deals with a guy who ends up being a passive writer, and he's always a bit of a little bitch in school, and then he fucking grows up and he starts to think he's the hottest shit around. That it's like I can relate to that. So I thought that was pretty good. I don't feel like I'll score books, especially classic literature. Kind of feels like a bit of a dick thing to do. So I'll just say, would I recommend it? Yeah. If you like reading kind of terse weirdo shit.